Welcome back to another episode in our series Career Guidance with Professor Ronald Pinto. We have been educating you and you, if you're a student, and your parents on various aspects of choosing a discipline to follow in your college days, in your academic studies, and thereafter choosing a career. Obviously, once you have chosen a stream, you tend to follow that up as your career. There are those who, of course, switch their roles once they finish their studies, but those are few and far between. Maybe they found something else as their calling in the process of their studies. We have written a CV, we have posted it, and we have been called for an interview, done the interview. But before all of this, companies also find out whether you are suitable for your job. And how do they do that? They do that through aptitude tests. What are these aptitude tests? And during an interview process, they also have what is called group discussions to see who stands out in a group. Like the cricket team has got 11 players, but every match that you've seen in the World Cup has got a player of the match. So there will be players in each group discussion, but someone will stand out, or at least 2 or 3 will stand out, which companies tend to pick. Now, this whole episode is about aptitude tests and group discussion that companies conduct or firms conduct to choose the best for their company. So, aptitude tests, Professor Ronald Pinto, what exactly are these aptitude tests and when are they conducted by companies? Is it before the interview? Is it at the time of the CV, submission of the CV? When are they conducted and what are they all about?
Dear students, it is a pleasure to tell you about the aptitude test. Normally your marks are telling you academic excellence, but today company wants people with what I should say fitness. Aptitude is a Greek word meaning fitness. So right candidate for the right job, company has to find out. Now these will not come by testing you in botany, zoology, history, journalism, English language. They have to find out your psychological abilities, inborn capacities. If these inborn capacities are there, which are not getting by coaching or going for classes, but built up over the last 20-25 years, then they are really genuine ones. So now today almost every company, including ordinary jobs like police job, they conduct aptitude test or what they call the entrance test. So it is no excuse. Every person has to go through these aptitude tests, and they are conducted definitely before the interview. So first they are sending CV and they actually screen the CVs. Then a few people after screening, eligible people are called for the written test, and what they call is aptitude test. My daughter was studying in Manipal MTech. She was telling passing BE or MTech or MBA is much easier, but passing these tests are very difficult because your regular tests are all acquired knowledge which you read you get, but these should be in the blood, and that to get in the blood it should be either in the DNA or you have to actually inculcate over a period of time. Now, a person who is good in aptitude tests are definitely all-rounder. That's why all this CAT, MAT, GMAT and all these MBA tests or IAS or other things, they compulsory make the aptitude test. For example, IAS, 50% marks are actually given for general knowledge subject, and 50% are actually given called CSAT, Civil Service Aptitude Test. So, nobody can escape now aptitude test, and for that you have to prepare from the beginning.
So, when you are saying aptitude test, you are talking about tests of reasoning, logic, reasoning, verbal, quantitative aptitude. Is that what you are saying?
Yeah. So, I am placing before all the aptitude tests for various examinations. One is quantitative ability, that is basic mathematical skills, not high level mathematical skills, just 8th, 9th and 10th numerical ability. Second, logical reasoning. Third, verbal reasoning. Fourth, non-verbal reasoning. These are little difficult. For NTSC exam or for bank examinations and all, these are all given to test your basic intelligence, and for that you have to prepare for this. Now, logical reasoning, verbal reasoning and non-verbal reasoning, these are all either through diagrams or figures, through words and all. This just like having a music class on harmonium or guitar or playing football, cricket, you have to practice Only by continuous practice. There is a famous Bible of aptitude test called Agarwal's book. I have bought both the books for my daughters, and these are costly but excellent one. All the aptitude tests are given a large number of questions. So next one is the data interpretations. They give a number of data and you have to look at the data and answer them. Next, computer knowledge. Computer knowledge is must. All those who are not having computer basics know how to go through this computer knowledge. Next, general knowledge. Every day you have to read newspapers. See, I am reading every day, even now at 67 age, 3 papers per day, Times of India, Udayavani and Business actual line, because I have to keep update about what happening in the various worlds. So general knowledge is must. Today students are very, very poor. Even they don't know who is chief minister, prime minister. Many people are telling that no, even now our earlier minister BSY is the chief minister, earlier Vajpayee is the prime minister. They do not know that much actually bad they are. Next, psychological test to find out now whether you are really speaking truth or actually untruth. Same thing, they write in different words and give you the questions at different time, called psychological test. You have to say yes or no, but then same questions are repeated 2 times. If you don't understand correctly, they expose your blank nature. And English language. English is the world window, very, very important now. Synonyms, antonyms, prepositions. Then we have got sentences, completion of sentences, grammar, basic grammar, also comprehension. And last one is technical skills for commerce student, commerce, science students, science, engineering students, science skills. All these are forming the aptitude test. In this, the last one, technical skills, is only about maybe some 10%. All other things are common. Whether you are a doctor, engineer or BA, BSc, because does not matter, like foreign country, GRE, GMAT for everybody like that. These aptitude tests are finding out your original skills.
Yeah, so what you study in school and college, basically you study, you memorize, and then you already know what sort of questions you're going to get, and then you write them down. But when you attend an aptitude test, the questions pop out to you as a surprise, and you have to use your skills, your thinking skills, to actually answer those questions. Not many of them get through this thing because they don't prepare well. Anything that they need to do to prepare well for these exams, because many people don't pass these aptitude tests because they have not prepared. It all involves preparation. If you prepare well, I think at least 50 to 60% can clear these tests. What do you think, Professor?
Yeah. As I said earlier, like a music class or a sports discipline, continuous practice is needed. When you are joining first year BA, BSc, BCom or engineering, you should also the good books. If you go to actually Hampanghatta, we have no bookshop, Sapna bookshop, or online there are many books, or I told you the Bible of aptitude test, Agarwal's books. If you simply tell Agarwal, they are ready, about 1,500 it cost about 2 years back, 2 books, everything they have. Now these tests, your books you have to get and go on practice. Now one day logical reasoning, one day actually we have a verbal reasoning, one day ICT facility, one day you have to practice on mathematics, okay, numerical ability, one day general science, Indian history, Indian politics, Indian geography, like the general knowledge. All these things have to be acquired over the 3 year, and now from this year degree is 4 years, and just like engineering. So 4 years you have. Now only degree, please do not rely, no use. Your all-round development, especially these aptitude tests, no, they are like a passport for you to go for a job. If you practice now only when you are first year, second year, it will be all right. Now I am called to actually PA Engineering College on November 23rd here to tell about the same thing, how to begin the aptitude test from first year. Even St. Agnes College has called me this month, 25, 26, 27, again to tell the first year what are aptitude tests, how to actually clear that. So many college, and even Padua College also asked me. Now there are many people who have understood that these tests should be practiced much earlier, and you will become successful later.
Loyola Degree College, Bengaluru, a prestigious institution run by the Jesuits of Karnataka. The institute provides an advantage of choosing between varied choices of subjects in commerce and arts. Being a Loyolite, experience modern teaching and learning infrastructure, Students of journalism have additional guided facilities in filmmaking, videography and photography. Coaching facilities provided for professional courses CA and CS. 3-day national media tour for journalism students and industrial visit for commerce students. Avail attractive scholarships for better learning. Be rest assured of your safety as the campus follows all COVID protocols. Mix and socialize with peers of multicultural backgrounds. Well-equipped library, multiple sports facilities and encouragement to extracurricular activities. Explore more about exciting careers and higher learning opportunities under the guidance of the placement cell of the college. Here, you not only get formal education, but you get education for life. Begin your venture of knowledge at Loyola Degree College.
Be the change by being at Loyola Degree College.
For online applications, visit www.loyolacollegeblr.com and call or WhatsApp at 94482 77758 or 9148229651.
Okay, but some of you, from my experience, are all of us. Some of us are good in numerical ability. Some of us are good in verbal reasoning. Some of us are good in spatial ability. If you are not good in the others, you need to practice more on the others, especially for these aptitude tests. Now that's about aptitude tests. But when you go for an interview, I've had that experience myself. When I first went to Indian Oil many years ago for a management trainee interview, we had a group discussion, and the question was put to us. We were about 8 of us in the group, I think 8 to 10 of us, and the question given to us was, should actors be politicians and should politicians be actors, or should politicians be actors? That was the question put to us. It's a very complex question, and this group discussion will throw up somebody who can lucidly answer the question, take control over the group, and perhaps project himself as a real leader. So group discussion is a very important part of an interview. Maybe I would like Professor Ronald Pinto to highlight something about group discussions, the importance and how to handle it.
In a company, you are not working alone. Sometimes there may be some 20 or 200, maybe 500, big number. You are becoming first ordinary employee, but very soon you are employed as a team leader, and then maybe say deputy manager, and so on. You have to manage. Now there you want different tactics. One is leadership ability, one is actually patience in listening to them. Next one is human resources, understanding the psychology of different workers. Then your ability to talk vocal, okay, how you can have your general awareness, what is happening today around. You are motivating. Some people are downcast, you have to motivate. Some people don't actually talk, you have to make them to talk, okay. Take a positions like a big brother, because in a company all are not same, like our 5 fingers, no, they are different people are there, and you cannot recruit every time, a new person. You have to motivate them. Now in a group discussion, as Brand said, there are 3 types of questions asked. One is controversial question. For a politician, a degree should be a must to contest, or sometimes general questions like the role of women in today's working world, or sometimes case based. In case you are the general manager of a company like Wipro, what you would do, like this. So for all these, you require a lot of practice. In my college, and also I heard that in Alva's college, even for lecturers jobs, we have made this group discussion compulsory, because we are getting for a lecturer like commerce 200 applications, and all CVs are good. How to choose them? For a lecturer or a company leader, you should first be having communication skills. So by having a group discussion, all the things are exposed. About 20 people are actually seated and one topic given, and only 5 minutes are there to actually prepare for that. And for that you have to have general knowledge, convincing ability, speaking ability, motivating ability, not dominating. All these things are required. So in a group, your real personality is found. For example, when you take a bath alone in the bathroom, you are 100% free. On the contrary, suppose you are standing at State Bank, your behavior will be totally different. Now in a group, as Brand said, in each one cricket team, there are so many members. Every member's contribution is important, but leader is the one who is infusing the leadership ability, pushing every person, encouraging every person. In a group, when there are many people, some people are docile, never speak, never open up and all. You have to make them, okay, you tell now, what about your opinion, what about this? You should not dominate, should not criticize, should be always using, good words. Okay, those are the plus points of the group discussions.
Okay. So we have now also finished a group discussion where you have listened carefully to Professor Ronald Pinto, and you have already understood what you should or should not say during a group discussion. With this last question, I want to conclude this episode. Professor Ronald Pinto, with a group discussion and an aptitude test and an interview, can a company definitely find the right person for the right job? Just in 3 words. Yes or no?
Yeah, strictly speaking, it is yes, because there are many stages: first written test, then group discussion, then interview. But even then, at least some 5-10% people are finding, they are not worth, so they are fired after their first years. Please go back, because they don't come to the expectations of the company.
So you might have aced the interview, you might have done great in the group discussion, but once you start working, it's very important that you keep learning. You keep learning every day, every moment, so that you stay updated and are helping the company grow. When you help the company grow, the company will let you grow with them. Until the next episode, thank you very much, Professor Ronald Pinto. And if you have any questions on group discussion, aptitude tests, interviews, even choosing your discipline, as we have already had in the previous episodes, please write into Professor Ronald Pinto. His email is on the show at the bottom. So do write into him and he'll get back to you. And wish you all the best, students, and of course your parents who have very much invested in you. Thank you.